Good morning, and welcome to Season 2, Episode 1 of Morning Coffee with Rob. We are looking at some pretty exciting changes. As you can see, we had some new intro going on there. I thought there was music, but apparently there was no music from what I could tell, unless you could hear it on your end, which is all right. If there was no music at this point, we will definitely get that fixed up as we go along. Just right at the moment, we thought we would try out a new intro to the show, so that we had a small introduction that would work. I hope you enjoyed that. Today we were going to have one of our newer segments, but today I figured we would do a small introduction to some of the new things. As you can see, we're again, and I'm actually standing this time instead of sitting. I've got the coffee over here as well still, so no big deal there. I feel like if I'm standing, I'll probably get a little bit more energy out of it than if I was sitting down. So that's kind of the idea there. Apologize for being on the phone. I'm just trying to get into the chat there as well, so I can chat with all you lovely people. If you're on Get Vocal, you know it's over here on the right-hand side. If you are anywhere else, it's probably on the left somewhere, or somewhere along the line. Anyhow, I'm not sure exactly where it would be, depending on where you are at. It could even be below. Maybe it's even above. I really don't know, because I can't remember where everyone puts their chat stuff. So that's kind of where we're at on that one. Today won't probably be a super long show, just because we are doing just a reintroduction to everything. So there's one thing I'm still trying to find here, which, there we go. I'm going to throw into a couple of the chats here. Oh, and I'm this again. Man, me and YouTube some days just don't seem to want to. Don't always want to seem to get along. I forget I have to do like one simple little step with it, and I forget pretty much every single time, and I don't know why that is. So if you're on YouTube right now, I completely apologize. You're probably looking for a specific link, and then I messed up and didn't select that link to be sharing the video to. So I ended up creating a whole new one, which is definitely on me, and I am sorry about that. I thought I had clicked it, but apparently I have not. Not a big deal. I am going to go in and update all the stuff afterwards. Sorry about that. So some of the new things we're going to be doing with the show as we come along is we are actually going to be doing little segments where we'll have, or we'll cut away to another scene, and then we'll have some information be popped up. We might even do it, because as the way it sits right now, it actually goes on to kind of a lower third here, where it'll show up some other information. So we might do it just here, and I'll just stand off to the side and talk. I'm not too sure how we're going to completely do it. I think we might cut to a whole other screen so you get the full view of it, and then I'll just talk over it and explain some of the segment. We're also looking to do some good news stuff as well. So if you have anything kind of good news-ish, you can always hit me up on different social media channels as well to let me know of any good news kind of stuff. So if you want, you can always hit me up at the below places here. So Twitter, and then Instagram, and my website as well. And you can let me know of any good news things and links that you would like to share as well, which would be, I think, really awesome. Because we'd like to do a segment where we are talking about things that are positive in the world. That's kind of what half this is all about, is talking about things that are positive and good going on with everything around us right at this point. Another segment we're going to do is we're going to talk about concepts and strategies to help further along some of your future as well, which is part of what I want to do also, is try to help train and coach people on becoming more responsible and more reliable with their futures, and be able to set up a legacy for themselves, their family, and their children as well throughout the rest of hopefully their time, and potentially change their outcomes in life. So that's what we're looking at doing there as well, is trying to change some of that. And we're going to go through some concepts and strategies. As we go along, we might have other ones that are just kind of repeating, but they are always worth repeating because they are super important for people. I'm also looking at doing some interview segments as well from some of the people that I've been learning from recently as well. I think it'll be a lot of fun. I just need to figure out how to make that work with the system that I do have set up right at the moment. And I think I do have a way of doing it. I just got to wait a little bit to get a few other things put into place. And then I will definitely be able to work that and figure out how to make it all work correctly. So that one will probably be coming down the pipe a little bit. One of the other big changes we're doing is we're going down from 4 days a week down to just 2. I find that'll probably be a lot easier to work with and manage. It'll give me some time to build other pieces into it and be able to give a much better presentation as well. At least that's the hope. You can always let me know how you feel about that and whether it's working for you or not. If it is working, fantastic. If not, you can always let me know as well. That's all the information that is coming up below as well. And one of the things we're going to do, I was going to talk about the weather, but weather isn't super important. Weather is what it is. You can't control the weather. You can only just kind of roll with whatever the weather prevents or provides to you, whether that's good or bad in your view. It's all up to you. I know right now I want to do a little bit more outside, but today we are definitely in for rain and thunder showers. We were in for rain, which did eventually show up in the evening yesterday. So got a bit done outside, which is fun. And then the kids went outside and play in the rain because that's what they wanted to do yesterday. So I was like, yeah, whatever. It's like 8:30 at night. Go have some fun. It's bath time anyway, so you get to go have a nice natural shower, and then you can come inside and brush your teeth, have a bath, so we can get ready for bed. Pardon me. It's been a good weekend. We had a good weekend. We've had a good start to the week so far. Can't really complain too much about any of it. I know you're probably looking at my calendar. It says June 2020. I know I got stuff going for July. I just haven't switched it over. So if you're looking at that. Also, some lovely artwork from my youngest son's speech pathologist that we were trying to help him learn how to read and associate photos to words or pictures to words. Worked really well. This whole setup here was really good. The Apple Tree Farm books, I think is what they're called, really were a big asset to him and really helped a lot there. What else were we going to do with the show? So segments for concepts and strategies. We're going to eventually bring in some interview segments from some people that I know as well that I think you will find really interesting and a lot of fun. Looking at doing some good news ideas as well. So like I said, if you know anything, you can always hit me up on Twitter at Elderobbo, ELDEROBBO, if you hadn't been watching the stuff that was coming up below. And I can definitely take some of the stuff there and be able to put it through and figure out more of the what's the word I was looking for? You'll be able to, and I'll be able to put it up, and I'll be able to give you credit for any good news information as well. You'll definitely get credit for providing that information. Alrighty, we will just throw that up there right now. Sorry, as you can probably tell as well, I am a complete one-man show when it comes to doing all this. So it is not always the easiest thing to try and get it all done. So I apologize for that. With some of the other changes as well, we might be dropping a couple other ones. We're unfortunately having to drop Mixer just because Mixer is going the way of the dodo. They've decided to pull the plug since they were not getting very far, which is unfortunate. Apparently, there were some things where I was reading, and they were actually starting to gaining more viewership, and the viewing hours were starting to go up as well, which is awesome. But unfortunately, it was probably a little too late at that point. But we'll keep pretty much all the other ones. We might pop off Mob Crush for a bit because I haven't got a lot coming from there, and I haven't really been able to figure that one out because I haven't had a lot of time to figure it out. But those are the only two things we'll probably end up changing for our actual broadcasting areas. Other than that, we'll save on everything else that we are doing, and I promise that I will be more diligent with YouTube to try and get the videos to link up correctly with the information I put up, so that way it does work out correctly. That is completely on me, and I'm sorry about that. I was just a little impatient this morning trying to get this going because I was so excited to bring all this wonderful new information, all these new ideas as to how we're going to be operating the show, that I forgot to hit a few things to make it all work for you. And that one is on me, and I'm sorry about that. So for our second episode, we are definitely going to have some information come up where we will have some concepts and strategies, or at least some concepts that I think are really interesting, and you'll be able to see some of those as well. That's going to be on episode 2, which will be on Thursday. So once again, we're going down to Tuesdays and Thursdays, as I feel that might be a little easier to manage and be able to help produce a lot more information for you. I would love to do this every day. Believe me, if I could, I totally would. I love being able to interact with people and be able to talk. Sometimes I probably just feel like I talk to hear my own voice, but as it is, I do enjoy doing a lot of these things, hence why I'm also trying to bring in interview segments as well. I'm also working on doing some fun stuff over on the Discord app as well, so if you want to hit me up for that, you can always let me know, and I can send you the information to get onto there as well. There's going to be a couple different pieces in that one, just because of how I'm trying to break it down as to what I'm wanting to do with that one, and how I'm wanting to direct a lot more of my life, which will hopefully influence a lot of people's information as well, and how they're wanting to be worked with, and try to build a bit more of a community. I love community. I love being able to interact with people. So I feel like this might be a good way of doing that as well. Cripser, hello, Cripser. How are you? What is it? Ooh, that looks like some good pizza. You know what? I love pizza. So just saying that I have some new information that's coming up that I'm going to be starting to present on Thursdays. So the thing with that is, if you are outside of North America, most of this will not apply to you, or if it might, you might have to talk to somebody else there. I know for sure it will apply to most Canadians, just because I happen to live in Canada. There's a good potential a lot of it will help if you are in the US as well. Just outside of that, I don't know. I have no clue. The company that I do things with on that kind of front, I just know that those concepts and strategies potentially work across all of North America. I just know it'll definitely work in British Columbia, and then most likely the rest of Canada as well, quite easily, just because I happen to live in Canada, and this information was designed with Canada in mind in a lot of cases. But I'm pretty sure a lot of it will work in the US as well. And if you have other questions in regards to that, you would just have to pop over and talk to somebody in your country about the stuff that I'm talking about. That's my disclaimer on that one, and it will come up more as well as we go along. Just as we start presenting the concepts and strategies, is because I don't want to get sued, and I don't want to be in trouble, and I don't want to get you in trouble. So it's kind of a win-win on keeping out of the trouble. That's kind of the way I view that one. So you'll see information that will kind of slide up along the bottom. Eventually, when we're going through the concepts and strategies, just to say, hey, this is definitely for Canada, good potential in the US, but outside of North America, out of the Canada, well, at least out of Canada and the US, because I can't say North America because Mexico is part of North America. That at least outside of Canada in the US, these might not work for you, and you'll definitely want to consult somebody from your country. But as it is right now, I will have that stuff kind of come up just the way this information below is coming up right now. And then interview segments, I'll have to see who's willing to get up. I know there's a lot of people that I work with that do get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and earlier, so I'm sure I can find somebody who will want to do an interview segment. I just got to, like I said, figure out how to make it work with the program that I've been running with. But I think I have a good idea on how that will work. After all, we all use Zoom now for everything, for video conferencing, so I'm pretty sure I can just record the screen call off that one and be able to make it all work, which will be fantastic. So I think we will be able to figure it out with some screen sharing and some screen recording. So that's kind of my thought. If you want to see anything more, I threw my Twitter handle up into the chats, so you can always hit me up there as well with information that you would like to see, stuff you'd like to learn, and be able to even just continue on any kind of conversations you want. So I'm just over the 15-minute mark now. I want to say thank you very much for coming and joining me for Season 2, Episode 1 of Morning Coffee with Rob. And I hope you have enjoyed it, and I look forward to serving you some more on Thursday morning when we come back to you with our first concept. that I think you'll really enjoy, because I know I really enjoyed it when I learned about it. It completely blew my mind. Blew my mind completely. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this has never been taught to people through school or any other kind of area. So I think you're really going to enjoy it, and I look forward to serving you some more. So I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did, and I look forward to seeing you Thursday morning for episode 2, season 2 of Morning Coffee with Rob. All right, everyone. I hope you have a great day. I will talk to you all later. Bye.